And are we recording? It sounds like we are. So good afternoon, everyone. As I try to find my notes and get started on our webinar this afternoon. It's our partner webinar. Thank you all very much for being here. The partner update, we do this twice a year. And this is obviously our second half of the year partner update. We appreciate our partners very much. I've got two wonderful co-presenters with me today. We will start with a couple of them. Actually, we'll start with the face you might know already. Many of you know Patrick Fusarini. He is a 7-year veteran here at k-ecommerce, one of our solutions architects. Actually, I think he's one of our senior solutions architects. And many of you know him because he's been an integral part of making sure that we understand and can apply the business processes and how we can help you with your B2B online optimization. So Patrick, welcome. And we'll start the afternoon with our general manager and EVP of e-commerce, Michael Netto. He's up first. He's a longtime k-ecommerce as well, a huge background in everything digital e-commerce. He runs our entire practice on the e-commerce solution side, from customers to development to sales to the whole ball of wax. Also serves his community as a university lecturer. So Michael, thank you for being here.
Happy to be here, Rich. Thanks for the invite, actually. I guess I will dive right into it. So the recent news is, as most of you likely know already, we've been acquired by Harris Computers. So I'm sure all of you are wondering, what does that mean to us, right? So let's start off with, who is Harris? Harris is an acquirer of vertical market software. They are based out of Ontario. And before we get into what Harris does, Harris is owned by Canada's arguably first or second largest computer software company, based out of Toronto, and they go by the name of Constellation Software. So they're publicly traded. They own Harris as well as 4 or 5 other companies. So as I was saying, Harris is in the business of acquiring software companies. They've been doing so for a few decades, and they have companies that are in utilities, in government, in education, in healthcare. You name it, they're in it. And if they're not in it, they're constantly acquiring new organizations, and they're strategic about where they want to play and how they want to play. And they were in discussions with us a while back, and we are happy to be part of their family. We are part of a family of over 200 businesses globally under Harris. And Constellation has, again, hundreds of their own, but under Harris, there's, I think, over 200, 250 of us. I will say this, even though we've been acquired, what changes, what does not change? What does not change is our commitment to our software, to k-ecommerce, to our product, and to the way we do business with all of you, which is whether it's on the implementation side, on the support side, it's the same people, the same teams, the same processes that are in place today. What will change with Harris? Well, Harris they're really good at what they do. And so is Constellation. So what they're bringing to us is their, let's call them best practices, right? So they're coming to us and saying, industry best practices, make sure you're leveraging these things. The other thing they're bringing to us is their ecosystem. Like, we now exist within a system of, as I said, 200 and 250 other companies that are sister companies to us. So we can work with their teams, and you're all comfortable with the word synergy. We can now have that synergy with so many other teams. So what will it change? More to come on that as we go through the next days, weeks, and months together. I want to jump into the second part of this slide, which is our leadership changes. So with the acquisition, we've made a couple of changes on our leadership team. And I will say Jason Wilson is now leading both the marketing and sales teams, so the commercial side of k-ecommerce. Jason comes to us from a sister company within the Harris ecosystem. He's got tons of experience in ERP. He's been guiding organizations through optimizing their own operations, unlocking value through their digital transformations as well. So he's already part of Harris. So as well as having our own expertise in the e-commerce space, we're going to be borrowing from Jason's many years and his team's many years of experience in here as well. So although we've got some leadership changes happening, I do want to stress my friend Rich here is still your primary point of contact for all that is partner channel.
And happy to be that. So thank you, Michael. As we now go ahead, Pat. As we get started, one of the things that we promised, we wanted to tell you the things that are new, that are upcoming, and that are never going to change, as well as the improvements and other things that have happened since we spoke last as part of a partner channel. We'll turn it over to Patrick at this point, and he can start going through that.
Perfect. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Michael. There are four main topics I think that we want to talk about in relation to support and projects primarily at k-ecommerce, and primarily changes that have been made in recent times for the benefit of the organization and, of course, our customers. The first one is really around optimizing support. Happy to hear that we have a new support manager in charge of our support team. Her name is Melanie Tremblay. And along with that, we've unified our support team between the multiple divisions that we have here at the team. So now a stronger experienced team, more resources available to us through the fact that we unified our support team among both the Orchestra and k-ecommerce divisions. When it comes to versioning, like most tech companies, we're trying to minimize our technological debt as much as possible. And so we're trying to do this by moving customers off of older versions of our platform that some are still on for various reasons. So that's been a big emphasis and a big project of ours in order to make sure that our customers are on the more recent versions, both benefiting them, of course, but also benefiting us because we can be a bit quicker at supporting, or I should say not quicker, but better at supporting, the more recent versions when it comes to that side of things. Higher quality product, bug fixes, these types of things would now be removed in older versions. Speaking of version updates or versioning, we've also taken on in the past probably 6 months or so a huge change in the version update process. This is a great project from our perspective. We've seen a lot of benefit. Previously, a lot of our version updates were not as easy as they could be on the k-ecommerce side. They were, I don't want to say manual processes, but they were definitely elongated in terms of timeline and just the ease of upgrading our customers. So over the past maybe 6 months, we've automated the process up to 70% at this point. So a lot of less manual work involved. And really what that means is that it's faster, more efficient, less touch points, and can be done, with essentially a shorter timeline to get those updates. Because we can sit here all day and talk about how great the new versions are, but unless we can get that out to our customers, it doesn't really serve the same benefit. And last but not least, implementation process. Along with the versioning of upgrading versions, implementation processes from new projects, new websites has also dramatically improved. Not only the speed of deployment, but also the level of communication and quality is greatly improved with our team of project managers who are honestly excellent. In all the years I've been at k-ecommerce, I think the team that we have right now is probably the best when it comes to PMing. And they're really there to be the advocate and make sure that the project goes live on spec, on time, and on budget. Now, let's talk about a little bit more about go live. So this year we're on pace for about 30 or so go lives in the 2025 year. So we're talking calendar year. And in the spread of those 30 plus go lives, we're looking at about 47% in the GP space, 32% in the Business Central space, and 11% in Acumatica and SAP Business One. Just a quick note on the GP side of things. Of course, a lot of the more a lot of the deals come from Business Central being the new piece that Microsoft is pushing on the Microsoft side. But GP is still important and still prevalent for all of those existing customers that we have that are looking to make updates and increase. So a good testament to the longevity of GP, and also that those businesses are still, going strong, even though many of them are looking to move to Business Central or others. They're still looking to invest in their e-commerce platforms along the way. So really good news there.
So now I get to talk about the partner program, and that's kind of what I do all day long. So I know many of you have heard me talk through this, but we also have many new folks on this webinar who are new at partner organizations who may not be aware of all the things that we offer to the partner channel. So I will quickly go through some of the benefits and advantages of being part of the k-ecommerce partner channel. So first and foremost, we do intentionally call it a partner channel. We want to be your partner, and we want to be more than just your e-commerce partner. One of the key points of being an e-commerce partner is that because the e-commerce touches the ERP, and the ERP and e-commerce touch multiple parts of your client's business, we want to be more than just an e-commerce partner. So through our account management team, as well as through our work with you, we have connections to multiple other options in terms of ISVs, in terms of other things that Michael mentioned, as far as other things within our Harris and Constellation ecosystem where we may have expertise that we can help you with. You may not have it at the moment, but we can certainly apply it. Our goal is to make sure, just like most partners want two things. They want happy customers and they want revenue. So we want to make sure that we can provide both of those things to our partner channel. To that end, we've had more than a dozen partners take advantage of our referral program this year. We'll talk about that in detail in a little bit. As part of the partner program, we've had many partners take advantage of the co-marketing, whether that be we've had some events at on-site events. You see a few pictures from our team there. We'll talk about more of that in a second. We do webinars. We've had multiple webinars where we co-market with many of our partners, and that can be for a variety of reasons, whether you're expanding, whether you're going deeper into your customer base, whatever that might be. We have many options there, even all the way down to static blogs where we can share blogs back and forth, cross-promote on each other, cross-promote on social, basically just point out to the world that we are partners and we are working together in this. Go ahead and rock to the next slide, please, Pat. And as we talk about the events that we've been to, we are event heavy. We like to be in front of you. We like to be with you in front of your customers. So when we talk about the events that we attend, we attend not only the big national and international events like Directions North America on the Microsoft side, or the Acumatica Summit on the Acumatica side. We also do all of the road shows. We do all of the user groups, and we do things that are partner specific. We have many partners that say, hey, we've got a customer event coming up. Would you like to participate with us in that customer event? And that can entail anything from helping to host the event all the way down to doing learning sessions for your customers. And it is a true learning session versus a sales session. You hear a lot of ISVs say, sure, we'll come sell to your customer base. Well, sure, we'd like to do that, but we also want to make sure we're as educational as we can be as well. The other thing that we offer to our partners is to keep you up to date on all of these things. We know that keeping up with Microsoft and Acumatica and all of the other ERPs can be a challenge. So we want to make sure in our daily communication that we are back in front of you and making sure that you know all the things that are going on where we might encounter one of our joint customers, and make sure you're in the loop on that one as well. Go ahead and hit the next one, Pat. Why partner with us? Well, we've tried to mention a couple of them already, but there are some severe things that make it a good advantage to you to be here. Who can be a k-ecommerce partner? If you are a reseller in the ERP world or a services provider in the ERP world, we'd like to talk to you. It might make sense for you to be a k-ecommerce partner. For the folks that are on this call, you're already there, so you know that part. You also probably know we have multiple levels of partnership. whether you want to be simply a referral partner and we work together, or we work on the opportunity of your customer, and just tell you what's going on. You can be involved as much or as little as you choose. And if you want to be one of those premier level partners, you can be trained in how to implement the k-ecommerce solutions, and we can train you on the sales and the implementation, and you can do the whole thing, which provides more margin for you across the board. We're always there to help you, but you can keep yours, and we'll help you along the way. As Patrick mentioned, as you can see from Patrick, you do have dedicated partner resources that are here to help you at every step along the way. Excuse me. For those that have encountered a sales cycle with us already, Patrick was involved in many of those calls. We have several other folks on the team. It's not a one and done, and we're not one and done as far as coming in and helping you with the opportunity. We'll help you all the way through the process if you need it. Many partners are completely self-sufficient and just need the really one-offs. So wherever you might be in there, we want to help depending on where you are and where you want to be. We're an extension of your sales team and your implementation team. More importantly, we are partner first. We do not sell direct. We want to make sure we are pushing through the partner. We have joint customers. One of our huge differentiators is that integration. And that integration with those ERPs means that the ERP partner has to be part of the process, and we have to be in lockstep with that ERP partner. Also, we learned at some of the marketing events that have happened over the last year, one of the major complaints of our joint customers from the ERP and the ISV side in general, one of their major complaints is that they get involved in a situation where the ERP partner and the ISV don't work together. That is absolutely not what we're after. So we want to be different in that respect. We want to make sure that you and we are in lockstep. And when the customer thinks about it, they think about us together. So it's our joint customer, and we'll never work against you as the partner. That's a promise I can make and keep. We are built for business to business. We're not, as the second bullet point there says, we're not retrofitted from a B2C world and to try to make it B2B. For any of our partners and customers that are B2C or B2B specific, that business to business is completely different than business to consumer, and trying to put the square peg in the round hole from business to consumer and make it business to business doesn't always work and doesn't work well in most cases. Add on to that a non-effective integration or a poorly written API, and that shows where we make a huge difference because our integration is built and tested and on app source and proven, and we are B2B and focused on the SMB market just like you are. So yes, we work in the enterprise space. And as Patrick mentioned, we have some enterprise space coming up. However, our focus and our core is SMB, business to business. One of the other big differentiators from us when you get into a lot of e-commerce solutions, you may end up, and this is not us, but in some of the other ones that you may encounter, you may end up with 2, 3, 4, 5 different vendors depending on what you need from platform to design to development to integration to API. You can eliminate that with us. We are a one-stop shop. We have all of that in-house, and you only have one phone call to make to get help with our joint customer. So that's a big differentiator. And then as Patrick talked about those in-house implementation strategies, yes, the implementation gets easier and easier, faster and faster. Automation helps a lot with that. We're integrating as much new technology as we can while still making it make sense. Technology for the point of technology's sake has no point. So we want to make sure it's business effective to make sure that we can serve you and your customer very, very well. So we think those are differentiators. If you'd like to talk about any of those, I'm happy to talk through them with you. And then go ahead, Pat. We'll talk about some of the things that you get as a partner. So I mentioned partners want happy customers and revenue. So we start with the happy customers, and with happy customers comes revenue. So you do get generous commissions. Those are margins. Those can also be revenue share, depending on the deal itself and what's going on and what they need. So we can have revenue share that goes not only with the initial implementation, but that includes through the life of the client. And we try to make sure that we take care of both sides of the equation. So yes, the commission and the revenue share that takes care of the business side of the equation, that's that's usually first and foremost, but not always, because if the salesperson doesn't see a benefit, and by salesperson, that could be salesperson, that could be consultant making the recommendation, that could be many things, but we want to make sure to take care of the boots on the ground as well. So there is an incentivized referral program for your customer facing team. And that's what I alluded to earlier when I said more than a dozen partners have taken advantage of that. That can mean up to $1,000 to your sales team in the form of a spiff that has nothing to do with their paycheck from you. So we'll take care of both you as well as your sales team as we work together. So, and we love doing that. Nothing I like better than sending Jason a message. He says, "Hey, I need to pay a partner because we're working together on another opportunity." It's a beautiful thing. So yes, we want to do that, and when we'll make that easy. What do you get as a partner with k-ecommerce? You get a lot, and we want to make sure that you understand it's a lot. So we talked about the co-marketing. We talked about the event support. That's easy. Uh, Personalized partner portal. I can't say that fast or I end up messing it up. You do get a personalized partner portal for every partner. It is personalized to you and what you do. You are welcome to add things to it. It becomes your library of everything your sales team and your consulting team needs when they get engaged with a k-ecommerce prospect, from product info down to sales tools to training to implementation training, all of the videos, all of that out on your personalized partner portal. And it's very easy to take the information that's on that portal and kick that off to your prospects and your customers and make it look professional and slick and all of that. We mentioned the partner training. I won't get into too much more of that. We will train you in as much or as little as you choose. And because every deal usually starts with, well, show me just a stock demo. We all know there's no such thing as a stock demo. So we do have an interactive demo that is live on your partner portal that you can go in, you can walk through it. It feels like a demo, but it's very easy for you to go through. You can let them see what it feels like. And then when we get to the real demonstration of product where we can personalize it to what they need to do and work with Patrick and team, then we make that easy. So we'd love to partner with you, and to our current partners who are here, thank you. I love having to go in and having to change the partner portals and continue to add the things that you add. And yes, those webinars that we mentioned, the blogs we mentioned, we put those on your portal as well. So you always know where to go when you need to push that information out to your prospects. I think we go back to Patrick at this point for some very specific product updates.
Yes. So very quickly, I don't want to take too much time on this section, but I do think it's important to talk about some of the latest updates that we've made to the product in our latest version release. And I'll talk about really um, four different features that have been added. Very quickly, product file management. That's the first big one from our side. A huge plus, I think, in general to the business side of our application. It really allows the merchants, our customers, to easily upload any files that they might want to attach to a product. So these can be, technical specifications, safety guides, installation guides, these types of things of files, could be PDF or other, that you might attach to an item, can now easily be imported into the system in bulk and will automatically be assigned to the correct product that they should be under. So a great use of, I'll say automation, but making it very easy to bulk upload lots of content in one shot. Only thing to note here is, or another thing to note here is that it uses any third-party hosting server that might be available. So in a situation where it's already on, for example, SharePoint, we can leverage that so we don't have to re-upload documents. We can just use what's already available through the hosting server and use, URL linking and hyperlinking to get everything the right way. Last product release, maybe 1 or 2 product releases ago, we released the buy one, get one feature through couponing. And we've made a quick addition to that feature in the form of more easily setting the buy one, get one coupons up. So essentially now we can apply buy one, get one scenarios to groups of products rather than just individual products themselves. And this can be set up on either a category as a whole, a brand as a whole, or even secure catalogs as a whole. So the idea is rather than selecting one item at a time or multi-selecting items, you can just say anything that's in this category is applicable for the buy one, get one promotion. That way in the future, if ever somebody adds new items to that category, we know that it automatically follows that process. And the final 2 features I want to talk about here today are quote visibility and pop-up banners. So first, quotes. Quoting in the k-ecommerce platform has always been supported. Well, at least for the past 7+ years, it's been supported. And it's a web type feature that lets customers essentially request a quote, and the salesperson can then go in and negotiate those quotes. Essentially what we've done here is we've added visibility to the overall system so that sales reps or back-end reps can more easily have visibility into all the quotes that are open, those that have been negotiated, and those that have been canceled or any other status. So the general idea is that we can see a list in the back end of our system of all quotes that are that have been created, no matter their status. And from there, there's a quick way to easily negotiate them and complete those quotes. Excel exports have also been added to the quote details, so it's much more, it's easier to receive, Excel files of all of the quotes that have taken place. And finally, pop-up banners. There was always, once again, the ability to include pop-up banners, pop-ups or banners, I should say, in the system. But it did require a little bit of web design and coding to do. Now we've essentially created an easy to work with tool that lets anybody that doesn't know a single thing about web development go into the system and quickly create a pop-up or a banner. And you can see on the screenshot there's a few settings that they can play around with in order to make that more lively. So definitely a well-requested feature on our side that is now in the system in an easy-to-use way so that anybody can take advantage.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Patrick. And I should have mentioned something. Thankfully, you did a few times the oft requested feature. We do have, for our partner channel, we do have a partner advisory committee. So many of the updates that end up in the product come from suggestions and requests from our customers and our partners. We do value the input of our partners. So yes, you are welcome to be part of that partner advisory committee if you choose to be. We meet every so often and we make sure to go through the things that you're requesting, the things that we think we need, and the things that we know we need, and the things that you think we need. Sometimes those are different. Moving forward, always improving. That's the goal. Where are we going to be next? Where can you find us? There's an AccuConnect virtual conference coming up later. Actually, it's in a week. We are one of the sponsors of that. And this presentation is live. If you want to grab those links, you can. We'd love to see you out there if you're an Acumatica partner. You'll see us at Community Summit North America in Orlando next month. That's a Microsoft event. So my GP, my BC, my Microsoft folks there. And then we're already starting to plan in 2026. Acumatica Summit this year is in Seattle, and that's late January. We're a sponsor of that as well, where we'll see all of our partners and customers there. So if you'd like to join us there, we'd love to have you. If you don't know about those events and would like more information, same with the events on the earlier slide, happy to share that information with you as well. Again, we want to be more than just your e-commerce partner. We want to be your partner in any way that we can be useful. With that, I know we're at the end of our time. If we have questions, I don't see any in the chat. If any pop up, or feel free to email us. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Patrick, for all of your help in this. As always, thank you for being a partner. we said we're partner first. We mean that. We value our partners and we want to make sure we're useful in your business. All of our contact information is right there, and we look forward to doing even more with you as the year closes out and into 2026. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.